So, ladies and gentlemen, today I thought I would wake up and find something to make a video about, and I was almost for certain that it would not be Switch 2 related, because I was thinking unless it was some breaking news or an insane leak, I would just wait a few more days to make another Switch 2 video. But it turns out the universe had other plans. Today we have a crazy ass Switch 2 leak to go over, so let's go ahead and get right into this one. So like I was saying, I was sure I was not going to make another Switch 2 video because what could I make another Switch 2 video about? It's one of my favorite topics to cover, but you can't just make videos for the sake of making videos, right? We got a leak a few days ago. I said, oh man, then another one came. I said, oh shit, they keep coming. Then another one today. Oh shit, I can't dodge them. Oh my god, they keep coming. Yeah, they just keep coming. So we have a crazy Switch 2 leak to go over today. We're going to look at some real Switch 2 accessories, kind of crazy. These aren't concepts, these are actual products. Then we have another Switch 2 leak at the end of the video, and we'll also talk about a little PlayStation stuff because why the hell not? So before we get started, if you could hit a like and subscribe, that would truly mean the world to me, and let's just go ahead and get right into this. So first, I want to talk about this PlayStation handheld that we've been hearing more and more about. I think a few months ago, rumors had started about Sony doing a new PlayStation handheld. The PlayStation Portal is cool for what it is. I know they're updating it, and it's getting better and better, but I just didn't really enjoy the console. I got it, I already sold it. It's just not for me, right? I need a native handheld PlayStation console. And the fact that Sony stopped with a Vita and that came out in like 2012 or something, that's freaking crazy. Maybe PS4 games were too big to be able to get on these small cartridges, and I think that's the problem we were having with the Switch, right? The Switch just isn't strong enough, but we're in the future now, man. We're damn near living in the Jetsons now. So a PlayStation native handheld, that should already be here. We should be playing it. Well, I think a few weeks ago we got some real concrete evidence of this thing, and today we have another source corroborating this, and it's kind of an unlikely source. During the latest episode of the Digital Foundry Direct Weekly podcast, the folks at Digital Foundry gave more credence to this claim. We actually heard about this handheld some months ago from a couple of sources. Digital Foundry's John Linnerman said, Linnerman acknowledged that Digital Foundry is not in the business of leaking things, but said he's intrigued by the fact that this rumor has now reached the public. According to the same source, the mysterious handheld is based on the original concept for the PlayStation Portal, which was meant to be a standalone device akin to the Switch and Steam Deck rather than merely a PS5 streaming accessory. I actually did not know that. So the original idea was to have a native PlayStation handheld console, and somehow it turned into this streaming device? I wonder, how that happened. How did you go from this great idea to one of the dumbest, stupid, dumbass ideas of all time? I hate the PlayStation Portal, man. I get it's just an accessory, but I don't know. If I had to guess, I would say this would come at the tail end probably of the PS5's life cycle. Next month is 2025. Probably get this in 2026. Maybe the end of 2026 going into 2027, so it's probably still a ways away, but you know what they say, better late than never, right? So in yesterday's video, we looked at the Switch 2. Well, Switch 2 accessories, which are part of the Switch 2, because if you don't have the accessory that can switch from the console to the controller, then it's not a Switch. So the controllers are the Switch. That's how the Switch switches. This is all making sense. We've seen the Joycons. They're a lot stranger than the Nintendo Switch Joy-Cons. They have some weird buttons, they're a lot bigger, but probably better, right? I'm assuming they're going to be better. But apart from seeing the actual console and Joy-Cons and stuff like that, the next best thing would be to see accessories. I always assumed we would get accessory leaks first, which is crazy that we've been seeing like Switch 2 concepts and Switch 2 3D printed models and now Switch 2 Joy-Cons and stuff like that, but I thought we would see accessories probably even a year ago. I mean, I think the first real leaks we ever got was coming from third-party controller manufacturers, so I guess they're taking like those NDAs serious. I'm sure they don't want to lose Nintendo's business, so that's probably why it hasn't leaked out. But today we have some leaks of some accessories, and it actually puts in perspective how damn big this console is actually going to be. So I'm pretty sure this is the Chinese website for Alibaba or AliExpress, one of those. And you can see right here kind of this is tempered glass, like your screen protector for the Switch. This is the Switch ones right here, and this is the Switch 2. Let's just click a button and see what happens. Okay. Alright, this is the best I can do, but look at this guy. Bro, you're not supposed to be in the picture. If they're wondering who the hell's leaking these images out, you don't want to be in the picture. You're gonna get fired, buddy. But this is, I'm assuming, the glass for the Nintendo Switch. This is the Switch 2 glass. And as you can see, there's... What is that? I actually got my Switch and my Joycons. I'm so happy. Maybe that is just where you can peel it off at? I don't know. I don't know what that thing is right there. But yeah, quite a bit bigger. Like, you gotta remember, this is just for the screen. So the rumor is an 8-inch screen, and that's gonna be pretty awesome. I will say the number one thing that took me a while to get used to with the PlayStation Portal when I got it, apart from me not liking it and it being a streaming device and never connecting when it's supposed to, and updates making it worse than it was, and yeah, the screen being 8 inches, it actually made me, like, instead of playing my Switch like this, I would have to like pull it back and get used to it. It's not really an issue, but it did take me a while to get used to, so I wonder if that's the same thing with the Steam Deck. But yeah, an 8-inch console, I think we're really going to see a huge difference in that. I hope we never get screens bigger than 8 inches. 8 inches seems like the threshold where we should end at. This is pretty crazy, already seeing this, but we actually have another accessory. So the number one accessory you probably want for your Switch is a case to keep it in. So we can actually look at some Switch 2 cases. So I think the ones that have a 2 in front of it are for the Switch 2. So we can see all of these right here. Yeah, I guess these are all for the Switch 2. So here's a case right here. It even says Switch 2. So straight up, it's not like, oh, maybe this is for the Switch 2, maybe it's not. Directly for the damn Nintendo Switch 2. So pretty crazy stuff. I'm going to assume these are being mass manufactured the same way the Switches are being mass manufactured. And these retailers, or I really don't know how like the cases and stuff get made. Is it the factory that owns them, or does the factory make them and then sell them to like somewhere like AliExpress? Or I really don't know how that works, but they're not going to spend millions of dollars making these things and not have the specs correct. So I'm just going to assume everything we've been seeing is right. 8-inch screen, bigger Joy-Cons, basically just a bigger and better Switch. This is really cool right here to see Switch 2. I'm really starting to think the damn name might be Nintendo Switch 2. Like, I'm really starting to feel that way, because I really don't know what else you would name it. Super Nintendo Switch, that's cool. Nintendo Switch Pro, I mean, maybe. Switch 2, I just feel like you understand that it's the second generation of the Nintendo Switch. And somebody in a factory who leaked out that it had white Joy-Cons about a month or two ago said it had a 2 on the back. Like a 2 logo, like Nintendo Switch 2 or something like that. So maybe it really is called the Switch 2. And before we get out of here, I just want to show you quickly, there's this leak coming out. I think Samus Hunter and a couple people are talking about it. We have Game Reactor UK. Nintendo Switch 2 should release around June and sell for more than 400 euros. And Samus Hunter backs up this information. A lot of people are saying January reveal, March launch. I'm gonna stick with that until maybe we get some more information about it. A summer launch would be cool. I just don't think it happens. I don't think Nintendo really has that much going on next year, but I mean, we could get a Nintendo Direct in like what, February or March, and then they could launch it in June. So we'll see, but they're speaking in euros right here, so they're saying not 500, but most likely 399 to 449. 400 euros probably is around what, 440 US dollars, so maybe 450 US dollars. As long as it's under 500 bucks, I think we'll be good to go. But ladies and gentlemen, what do you think about this information? Because your opinion matters most over here. So in the comments below, start a conversation. I'd love to hear from you. If you made it to this part of the video, you should just join the community already. Hit a like and subscribe on the way out, and follow your boy on Instagram because we're growing over there. And you guys know me, I will see you very soon with a new video. Peace out.